Well, hello everyone. Alaska Tracy here at the office in the trees with my dear friend Patricia in the woods. Literally. Hi Patricia.
Hi, Tracy.
You're in the woods.
I am. I'm in the woods. Just the back part of me is in the woods. The front, I'm in front of a lawn, but the back of me is the woods.
It's beautiful. Just
Thank you.
beautiful. So Patricia has agreed to share a little bit of her story with all of you on the changes, the shifts that she has been through, and how vision mapping, first of all, what it is, because a lot of people think it's a vision board, which it's not. So what it is and sort of the changes that you've gone through. When you first came to the first retreat, the first vision mapping retreat, which was, we did the vision mapping workshop, what were you thinking when you signed up? Like, what space were you in mentally?
I actually was having some business struggles with the business and my personal life, which are actually intertwined. I think everybody's business and their home life typically are. And so I was really struggling with balance, and I was unhappy, and I didn't feel like things were really going how they were supposed to be. I wasn't really sure how to fix it all. I just knew some changes needed to be made. I wasn't, calm. I wasn't happy. I was just kind of a lot of stress going on, trying to figure out why things weren't going well and what I could do to change it to make them better.
And so
Saw that you had kind of, I'd seen your post about it, and some of the things you said made me feel like, oh yes, that would be helpful. Oh yes, that would be helpful. Calm, maybe meditate, maybe put stuff down on paper more, brainstorm with other women, all that stuff I was really needing and lacking. And so I could tell it would be a good fit for me.
And a lot of people think meditation is woo-woo. They'll say to me, is that Christian based? Is it Buddhism? Is it what is that? What?
Yeah, anything like that. It just meant just quiet time for yourself to think. And a lot of us, I know, for speaking for myself, I do not take enough quiet time to think. There's either a electronic, a TV, a person, I don't know, email, everything's coming at you all at the same time. And you can't hear your own thoughts sometimes if you don't take a moment. So I luckily didn't see any of that. Personally, I wasn't afraid of that, worried about that. I was more about looking after me, being more present and calm.
So I remember your very first vision map. It was like every vision map is different. And a vision map is essentially the framework is essentially creating a plan. It's a creative plan. It's written out. It's got details and action steps. And Patricia's, I must say, of all the vision maps I've seen, was the most artistically, it was beautiful. I know I have a photo of it somewhere. I mean, so I knew you had this artistic ability. Did you have any idea that a year later where you would end up?
No, I had it actually as a spot on my board. I'm not sure if you remember that I wanted that to be a part of my life, but it was not a big part of my life. It was probably 5% of my life at the time. And my goal at that moment was just to start increasing it, 10%. And then, maybe in a couple of years, make it about 50%. Or, I was a very long process. But in the end, yes, I attribute it to, with the vision to mapping and the support of all you ladies, I realized more than anything how important it was to be happy, honestly. And that it wasn't as much about the money, what you're comfortable with. It was really about what made me happy. And that really kind of stuck with me the very first mapping. And so with working with that, I just slowly started peeling away what wasn't making me happy. Sometimes you may not even know exactly what'll make you happy, but if you know what's not making you happy, you can work backwards.
And what happened almost 12 months? Was it?
actually. It's been a year and a half or something. I don't remember.
I know I can't remember.
I can't either.
Wait, you went to the first retreat, the second retreat, and then I know I'm confused. And then I can't remember how quickly it was. Anyways, you ended up walking away from what?
Yeah, probably a close to 20-year off and on again brick and mortar business that I'd had for years. Part of it, 13 years, was with my family and my sister and different co-ops and different versions of co-ops, partnerships. But at some point, it just was not working. And the signs were all there for a while. It wasn't working, but you kind of, you try to make things work when they don't work. Well, I'm committed to this. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to. And then I got serious about things like, well, maybe I don't have to finish this out. This is not working. Maybe there's a way to circumvent. Why do I have to stick to the original plan if there's a way to change it midstream even? And so I did pursue some of those options, which really helped me a lot. It helped me, and financially it didn't help me, but happiness, it helped me. And I think eventually, though, it's like, it is hard with anything you're doing to be moving along, momentum, and then stop, and then go in reverse and expect things to be easy and perfect.
And you walked away from that brick and mortar in the middle of winter in Alaska when it is dark and it is dreary and people are struggling what?
It was rough.
And Visions to Profits membership started. So you joined that. You were surrounded by a group of women every week. We would have calls and we all would see the change. You'd be like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Oh my God. But we would see the change. It was like you had this totally physical change. Like your face looked lighter. Every time I see you still, it's like you seem more comfortable in your own skin. That's what it is. It's like this glow about you, right?
Well, thank you. I don't notice it probably as much as other people do, but I have been hearing that, so there must be some truth to it.
And you heard it when it was right before you made the decision, right? At a trade show.
Yes. I'd made a decision that I was going to get out of it. It was just not working for me, and things were just uncomfortable where I was at. And I thought, I'm really uncomfortable. Things are uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable anymore. And so, yes, that started the process of just untangling why I was so uncomfortable and how to make my life content and comfortable and happy. And that is that's what the vision mapping does. It kind of untangles all of that because you're putting it on paper, you're making a plan, and you're untying all those knots.
And then the letting go, like letting it flow. And I remember me getting texts from you that weekend that you were at the trade show and that you'd made the decision, and you were like, babies are looking up at me smiling. And you were like, that one little boy came up to you and was like, what did he ask you?
He asked me, he said that he had a dream last night about a vision he had for his future. I about died. It was hilarious. And of course his mom looked like he was crazy. And I was asked, well, what was this vision you had? And she's like yanking him along, embarrassed by what he had just said. But I still to this day would love to know what that was about. But it did let me know, since the Visions to Profits was a group I was in, and I just made a huge decision, for him to walk up and say that was pretty funny.
I still have God bumps. I love that story because I was struggling, and this is how it works I'm simply the facilitator. I believe that's all I am. Like, I'm the facilitator to get a group of women together to do this vision map. And then the group kind of helps each other. And it's like all this magic happens. And the same thing with the membership. But I was sitting here at my desk struggling with something that weekend. And bing, I'd get another message from Patricia. Oh my gosh, listen to that. And I'm like, oh, and that it's like this trickle effect. Like, you share with me, I share with this person, and then we all get to be connected. and to grow in ways that we never even imagined possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. So I thank you for sharing your story. You are in the middle of another transition, and I know I'm not supposed to share a lot about it, so I won't. I just know that you have, what I've seen you do already is just beautiful, and I can't wait to share it with the world, with my community,
Yeah.
what you're up to. And I know it's a lot on your back right now, but you know what the other side looks like, because you.
I hope so. I hope I get it figured out. I, I'm just definitely embracing more of the artistic side, which does bring me happiness and joy. I'm in the very early stages of that and have some products I've been working on and have a lot of more of it up here and just kind of working through it all. I'm not, social media and marketing is new to me. I'm used to the, brick and mortar type style of doing things. You get products, you put it in the store, you make it look pretty. This is way different. So I'm a little uncomfortable with it, and it'll take me a little bit to get adjusted to some of that, but hopefully I'll get the hang of it.
And I know you can't stand videos, so this is huge. And I thank you so much for sharing your story. You're truly just a huge part of Visions to Profits membership. Patricia's one of the founding members, and I just feel honored that I get to have you in my life. So thank you for sharing your story with everyone. And for more information on Visions to Profits, you can click the link below. Doors open on, well, doors will be open. Doors are open. I'm trying to think, wait, when am I going to post this? Doors are open for you to join year 2 of Visions to Profits membership. And so click the link to get all the details. We've got lots in store, and it's a great group of women. Any last minute words, Patricia?
Just that definitely if you don't have a network of women who understand what you're doing and where you want to go and where you want to be and all that, I had some of that actually, but it's different with friends and family than other people, outsiders looking in. It was definitely something I really feel it's really beneficial if you feel like the calling at all to check it out. And look what Tracy has listed for you to look at and see if it's makes you feel like you should do it. You definitely, I have no regrets at all. It's really helped me tremendously.
Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing, and have a good day in the woods.
Tracy, I'll talk to you
All
later.
right.
Bye.
Bye.